Bula Vina'a besties, and welcome to another episode of What's New with Inia. So here today we have Dr. Laisa to join us for our episode for this week. Thank you so much, Laisa, for joining us. I
And thank you
know
so
you have
much,
a
Bestie, for having me on this show. It's been a privilege and it's been so long. We've tried to do this for the past 5 times, I think.
yes.
And it's been the hardest thing to organize, but we're so happy to finally be able to do it. And we hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you. Thank you for availing yourself. So before we begin, I
Mm.
just wanna say that Laisa and I know each other all the way back from Fiji National
Yeah,
University, College of Medicine, Nursing, and Health Sciences when
very
we were
long,
both
very far back.
studying medicine. I think that was like about 8 or 9 years
Yeah,
ago. Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
9 years
that's a
ago.
long
That's a
time
long
ago.
time. That's a long time to be friends. It's so true. Yeah.
So now we're just gonna start off by just talking about med school and like the few things that happened there. Like we have students that are starting off this
Hmm.
year. And yes, so I just want to start off by saying, like, how was your whole medicine experience in a nutshell? If you just have to use one word or
If I have
two.
to use one word, wow. That's a hard question, Junior. If I had to use one word, it's probably adventurous. Because
Period.
period poo. I mean, like, boo, med school. Yeah, it was a journey. It
Yes,
was
it definitely
definitely was a
was
journey.
a journey.
And if you were in med school, you will know exactly what we're talking about.
Mm,
Yeah, and but it was a pleasant journey,
yeah.
although it was a stressful one. If you're coming into MBBS or whatever course in FSM this year, it's a stressful one, but we hope you enjoy it, because if you don't find the enjoyment in it, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think you came from, I mean, everyone from different high
Hmm.
schools that came in.
Yeah.
And I feel like you were like kind of like an outsider
Yeah,
because you
because
came
I
from a
came
private
from
a
because I came
private
from
school.
a completely different curriculum into
Yeah.
something where you have to study and understand, and it was very hard. Yeah. So
Yeah.
my private school kids out there, don't, if you want to do it, do it. Don't let the fact that we come from private schools stop you from going
Period.
for your
Living
dream.
example right here.
Yeah, just do it. Me, and there's a few others as well that have done it. That have come from private schools into medicine and into other things. So don't stop yourself just because you come from private school.
Yes.
We gotta stick together, gang.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And how was your first year experience?
In medicine or in
Yes, first
general?
year experience in
Oh my
medicine.
gosh. I think whatever you experience, what did you experience? Because,
No, my
like,
experience is different from your experience.
okay,
You know, it was probably
um,
horrible and depressing for me, and it could be like amazing for you.
and
So I don't
no,
know.
that's what you mean. We're together the whole time. It's probably the same. For me,
Like first year coming in.
coming into medical school the first year, I think it really was the friends that you make. They either make it or break it for you. And
Yes,
I
that's so
was
true.
so fortunate to have an amazing group of friends that turned into family. That really made it. I think not only for me, for us, for each other. We
Mm,
made the medical school experience for each other. We'd be there to laugh together. We drank together. We cried together. But at the end of the day, we'd push each other. No matter how drunk we were, we'll show up to the exam together. We'll do that thing, and we'll come back and we'll have a nice nap and laugh about it later. And I mean,
yes.
even to this day, we laugh about it still.
Yeah, we laugh
We
about
look
it
back and we're
still.
like, what? How did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I think the coming into medical school on the first year, it's truly your friends that either make it or break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also I feel like for me, yeah, whatever she said, it's the friends that you make.
Hmm.
And also if you're starting off this year and like you're joining like whichever university for the first time, I think you should really choose your friends wisely. I
True.
mean, we're still friends after
Yeah.
how many
After so
years, after so
long.
long. And I think the friends that you make in uni, they
Hmm.
go on like forever.
Forever. Yeah.
I think it's the trauma. Probably we bonded over our
I think it's a
trauma.
trauma bonding.
It was a
The
trauma
irony of it,
bonding.
actually.
But yeah, but year one, I feel like going into med school, like personally for myself, like you really think that, oh my god, I'm in med school, like blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
But then it will humble you.
It will humble you. Let me just tell you what a humbling experience it was for the two of us.
Yes, I think after the first exam, our summative,
Oh my gosh.
I think after that it was just like a mind shift.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, we really, we really thought about this
We
place.
really thought, we had shit together, actually.
But yeah, but I really love like that whole thing,
Yeah.
and I think for us now they've changed it. Back then it
So
was
what is
out
it
of,
now?
I mean, back then it was out of
16?
160,
Yeah.
162 papers,
Yeah.
and we never had like a 1 month semester break. It
No,
was
it
two
was
weeks,
2 weeks.
and we never had MSB, so it
Yeah.
was just full on studies,
School.
full on school. That was year one, year two. I think year three,
Yeah, year
that's when they
three.
started to slowly implement that
So,
so that we could follow other colleges.
yeah. But year one and two was a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
But
which year was your hardest?
I
Year
think
one to six.
year one, when we
Yeah.
thought that whole exam, that was the hardest shit for
Yeah,
me.
I hated year one. Year one was
Yeah.
such a B.
But I think, as you know, like once we got used to the system and how things ran, we
Yes.
just kind of you just kind of take off because you know how it works. So year
Mm,
one was the worst. Yeah,
yes,
I'd
it
have to
was the
say year
worst.
one was the
And I
worst.
feel like it was a filtering year. You know, if you
Yeah,
make it through that year,
yeah.
you're
Then
set.
you're meant to be here.
Yeah,
You know
like
you deserve
if,
that seat. If
and
you
there's like
didn't,
a few that didn't make it to year
yeah,
two. It was like a make it or break it situation in year one.
man.
But
But it was a
yes,
pleasant one, and here we are, still surviving, still stressing and whatnot.
still survive, still stressing.
Yeah.
What about things that were outside the scope of medicine? Did you have some experience with that as well? You know, like we have classroom based, hospital
Yeah.
based, but did you learn other things apart from like being in the classroom and
Hmm.
being in the hospital at FNU?
I think much of extracurricular skills that I learned was picked up during my time at the student association.
Yes.
So when you go into FSM, I think any university, you have the chance, or they will give you the opportunity, or if you want to, you can just take it. But you're basically able to run and be part of the student association. So these
Yes.
student associations, I mean, if you're not too familiar with it, it's just a small group of students that come and they try to keep the uni life going. So they
Mm.
try to have fun days and quiz nights and all these complaints that students have. It comes to this SA or the student association, and then there's this one person with the president that tries to sort out everything, to make sure that the students have a good
Yes.
experience. I
Good
mean, because
experience.
we're paying thousands of dollars a year,
Yes.
and you're in medical school for 2, 3, max 6 years, So being part of a student association really taught me a lot in terms of
Yes.
management, which is something that we didn't really learn in the classrooms.
Yes.
Um,
And do you feel like it's useful
it's
like till
very
today?
useful,
I mean
actually.
till now?
It's very useful till now because it's allowed me the chance to see the workforce, for what it
Mm.
is, which is management, writing, work plans, things and things, proposals and finance management. All these things come into play. So it's not always like working in the hospital is not just medicine.
Mm.
It's all of these things together.
It's like
And
a whole
so,
holistic
yeah.
approach.
So being in the SA has really taught me
Yeah.
that. Yeah. What
And
about you, though? I feel like all these questions come to me.
yes, I mean, like that's how it is.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yes, on the same note, like we'd have this like functions,
Yeah.
cultural night, etc., and it's run by the students.
Mm,
So like as she was mentioning, everyone has to like drop a budget, and then it's the students that run around, deals with
yeah,
logistics and hiring of
logistics.
the venue, etc. And that
Mm.
was a very
But even
good
that was
experience.
fun.
That was,
That was
even though it was
fun.
stressful, it was
It
fun.
was fun. I mean, Jenny and I, we were part of so many things when we were in med school, and it was a great experience, I'd say.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that it all comes back to trying to find the good or trying to have fun
Mm,
without being buried in your books. I mean, one
yeah.
thing is to be focused, that's good,
That's good.
but just take some time
Yeah.
to breathe and look for the sun or the
Yeah.
light
Or the light.
in
Whichever
that
one floats
whole.
your boat, honey, you look for that thing. But I mean,
Yes.
essentially, what it is you have to find a hobby. You have to find
Yes,
something that you
something.
enjoy without being stressed about it. Like if it's
Yes.
painting, go for it. If it's crocheting, go for it.
Yes,
If it's
true.
picking up a few beers on the weekend, that's it. That's great
Just a
too.
few.
Yeah.
like
Be
healthy coping
cautious. Be
mechanisms. Okay, I'm not
cautious.
here advocating drinking. This is a
But you
mocktail.
know,
But okay, yeah. I think last. Do you wanna ask another question, or before I move on to my last question on this topic?
I think I just so um.
I have one question to ask you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, yes. What else do you
Oh, okay.
wanna?
I think where like in med school, apart from just apart from finding hobbies and things to do to release the pressure, what was the greatest source of pressure for you? Was it the school life?
Oh,
Was
it
it the
was family.
family?
It was family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every kid out there that goes into uni, you
Hmm.
have like this expectation
Yeah.
from society,
Yeah.
from your family members, on your achievements, and that's very heavy on your shoulders to carry
Yeah.
alone, like
Mm,
especially in school. But it's
mm,
good that you have other people out there, like that's why we're mentioning to find good friends that you
yeah.
could share and offload all of that
All of
pressure to.
this
But yes, I feel like the amount of pressure our
that
parents give
comes with,
us,
yeah, it's too. It
it's
was a
just too
lot.
much.
It was a lot.
It was
Yeah.
a lot. And also we have 6 years,
Six
we'll be like still studying
years.
and watch other people like graduate and start
Graduate,
working.
and start working and start earning and buying their family groceries, and we're still in school, getting old. So I too feel like the pressure came from the family. Yeah, it was a
Yes,
lot.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
And every family gathering, they'll be like, "Oh, so have you graduated yet?
Are you there yet?
Are you?"
I'm sorry, please, sir. Sit down. Not
I'm just
now.
trying to live my life.
Not today. Don't come for me, okay? Oh my
But
gosh. But
yes,
yeah, that was my question.
like I think my question to you is, what is one thing that you've learned or unlearned from your medical school experience, like something that med school really taught you, or something that you wanted to take away, like remove from who you are as a person initially when you came in, and then coming out you were like, oh my god, that was me, but thank god I removed that, or something that you learned.
Oh, wow, well, first of all, okay, deep na questions go. Please, this is not in the contract, okay? Um, I
It's a
think
surprise question.
I think so. One thing that I learned is the importance of a good support system. Like I mentioned, friends. But support system is not only just friends. One thing I learned is the
Mm.
importance of having a good support system in terms of your friends, your family, your church and things.
Yeah.
So going into medical school, like we mentioned, it's 6 years, it's 4 years, it's 3 years, it's 2 years, you name it. But going into medical school, one thing that I learned that was important or is important even to today is the support system that you have
Period.
back at home. Because it's a very difficult thing. Exams are not easy. You have 160 marks to get, before you pass, and that's crazy. So having a great support system is something that I have learned that is important.
Mm.
But one thing I have unlearned is the fact that I can do things on my own,
Mm.
like coming into medical
True.
school, because I'm a
Mm.
private kid. It's a lot of the things that we do in private school is like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna,
Mm.
like a lot of our curriculum, because it's different, it's just me doing science and something while someone else is doing English, while someone else is doing maths.
So
And
you're like
so
on your own.
yeah, I'm on my own. And so one thing that I had to unlearn when I went into medical school is that I'm in this by myself, because I wasn't. There was
Mm.
other people there that we learned
Yeah.
the same things. We study differently. Like
Mm.
junior study is different from me. The way I study is completely different. But we all come together. We sit for a discussion, and it's the same thing all around. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's one thing that I had to unlearn, the idea or the mentality that I'm in this alone, and this is me alone. I had to
Yeah.
learn that this is a team and we need to work as one.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is my last question before we move on to the next segment. You feel like the faculty at the medical school
Yeah.
that we went to, really prepared you for work right now?
Um. Uh. That's a very hard question. I hope I don't get canceled for this, but it's a yes and no question. I mean, sorry, it's a yes and no answer. My answer is yes. It did prepare me well. In fact, it prepared me excellently for it, but also no, because although they teach you theory, they teach you clinicals, they don't teach you about, or they don't prepare you enough about just how ginormous the workload is once you get into it. You can teach a person, okay, this you can treat asthma, da, 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 but you go there and you see the patient. It's not completely different, but it's the, how do I say it? It's the workload. I think it's just the workload.
Mm. How to deal with all of that
Yeah,
workload and the
yeah.
yes, I get
So
it. I get it.
yes and no is my
Yes, I
answer.
know.
Please don't cancel me, FNU.
No, could never. I feel like
Mm,
yes.
yeah, but you, I wanted to ask, what did you learn and unlearn?
She's using my questions against me.
Why not?
It's what's new with Laisa instead of
Why
what's new with
not?
Inia. But yeah, one thing that I learned was oh my god, I learned so many things.
Yeah,
But like
but the one thing
but to
though,
narrow it down, I think yeah, I think I mentioned this to you earlier was my confidence.
yeah,
I think confidence was something that was really drilled into me in med school because you have to stand up during presentation.
yeah,
You really have to
yeah,
stand your ground when you're being asked questions or you being told off, and
yeah,
like that really drilled in a lot of qualities. And
yeah.
confidence wasn't like character that I had before I went in. I was
Mm.
like kind of shy, not very shy,
First of all, why are you lying?
What
You,
happened?
the way you greeted me was all the confidence in the world. Go and say where.
No, when when it comes to like asking
Specific.
questions, like I'm confused. Like, can you
Okay,
help me?
okay,
Like,
okay,
I'll be like
fine.
quiet. Like when it comes to like a superior person, I will be shy to approach them. But no, no, girl.
Girl,
The amount of shit I'm going through, my confidence still here.
honey, please.
Still here.
It's actually double, triple,
It's
fourfold.
triple, football. No matter what I go through in life, my
Honey,
confidence never fades.
it's standing stronger.
Yes.
Stronger than me, then our confidence go.
Yes. Yeah, I think confidence and humility.
Okay. And what did you unlearn?
My God.
That was a
And-
hard question. You expect me to answer that hard question. You can't answer it yourself. Hurry up, host.
What is this? A test? Unlearned. Okay,
It's a deep question.
there's a lot of things that I unlearned.
What's the most
But-
important one, bestie?
Is trying to please people. Because I'm a people
Ooh.
pleaser. Yeah, and then yes, I think apart from
Yeah.
school and you have like all you have friends and everything.
Yeah.
This is a big group of
Yeah.
people coming into med school, and then sometimes you tend to have dramas, etc. But then I really had to unlearn like trying to please everybody. Not
Yeah.
everyone is your cup of tea. You don't have to.
And even though, you're still thriving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not everybody has to be your friend, and you just have to be nice, but it doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to try and please other people. Yes, that's one
I think
thing
certain
that
things
I've
like that are learned from experience. Eh?
Yeah.
You can only learn that from experience.
Yes.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a very valuable lesson to learn. Because if you
Yes.
go, if you're trying to please everybody all the time, you'll never get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to stand your ground
Yeah.
one way or another. And if
One
you're in
way
year
or
one,
another.
remember this. We told you. Okay? Told you, don't be a people pleaser. If someone is being mean to you, stand your ground.
Stand your
Why are you
ground,
mean to me?
honey.
I don't like you.
Don't come here. Not today. Go
Not today,
Come
okay?
tomorrow. Okay, set.
Okay, set. Thank you. Let's move on to the next. Move on.